the ABC of life, the three frequencies that rule over our life, our reality. A, representing the negative aspect, C, the positive, and B, the neutral energy. Here, we are not talking about good or bad, these concepts of good or bad. Good and bad are simply states of consciousness, polarities, independent from each other, however interconnected. Let's start with the negative. The negative represents the past, the life we don't want, our fears, insecurity, hate, frequencies that throw us off balance. It also represents the left side of the brain, our ability to understand pros and cons in any situation. And as everything has its bright and dark side, light and shadow, the negative frequency has intensity, which is very important to propel us forward and be used as fuel for our accomplishments, for achievements. We will return to that. As for the positive frequency, positive represents the future, the life we want, every great thing we want from life, our plans, dreams, ideals, the right side of the brain, extrasensory perceptions. On the other hand, the neutral line stands for the present, the here and now, and not simply the possibilities of the future, not the problems of the past. The ability to accomplish, the ability to deal and control the positive and the negative, and you in the middle, understanding both. The capacity to consciously transmute the negative into positive, to comprehend the full picture, and to attract the light side of both the negative and the positive polarities. Now let's go deeper into how to use these frequencies in our favor and to consciously construct the life we want and not be dragged around by external events no longer. Very few people know and understand this, but there are three sources of energy: food, emotion, and sexual desire. As for food, there are plenty of high quality information available out there. It is not the focus of this video. However, it's extremely important. I just have to say this. Regardless of your approach, what really works is getting rid of the poison, the toxins, refined sugar, and refined carbohydrate, avoiding industrial food and all the chemicals. You will start feeling great regardless of your dietary approach. Okay. Our focus here, however, is vibrational energies. Sexual and emotional stimuli can be stored in your frontal energy center or chakra. Through a mental command, you can send this too powerful fuel to be used for creation. Remember that negative frequencies, especially anger, hate, pain, physical pain as well, are very intense. Let's learn how to use the negative, the light side of the negative aspect, the bright, the light side. Got your fingers stuck between the door, step to toe, that not so nice individual has just made you angry? Well, instead of perpetuating that suffering, swearing the entire alphabet, you issue a mental command, either through your mind or through your sound vibration. Whatever works best for you. Try it out, both. Order that energy to be converted into its highest form and get stored in your frontal energy center. Here, right here in between your eyebrows. And just a little tip, if you close both hands, just like a child, you increase this intensity as you're sending the energy here to be converted as fuel. You should be able to feel the pain and the negative emotions wearing off. That's amazing. After a while. After lots of training. A lot of practice. Which is a real physical evidence of the outcome of this practice. But you need to practice every day, just like everything else in life. Okay? As a matter of fact, you can do that with positive emotions as well, like happiness, whichever kind of positive emotions too. And especially sexual desire. The most potent energy. After all, it creates life. That's just a fact. With all that field stored here, you increase the potency of the magnetic waves of your thoughts, which increase substantially your ability to manifest and create your reality. Let's go to the positive polarity. It relates to how the mind affects matter. All that's created in the mind, but manifests in the physical. The ability to materialize things. Also, it relates to how people use their brain waves. There are two types, either through thought, not depending on the physical senses. In other words, the interaction in the biomagnetic field of the other person is done simply by feeling, thinking, or looking. Like someone with extrasensory abilities has the ability to cure people over distance. Or through images and touch, creating mental images like scenes in a movie, which generates a vibration, a frequency, that's eventually realized in the physical, manifest eventually in the physical. That's the power of your mind to create reality. Let's go to the neutral. The very important neutral energy frequency. It is directly associated to our frontal energy center, our capacity, ability to accomplish things, to realize our goals. It represents the speed of thought, which is the time we take to fulfill a wish or a project. It is the middle path, which all the great consciousness and masters of the past have always talked about, like Christ, Buddha, and all the others. And again, just a little tip, when you hold your breath, you increase the power of this energy. All that's important because our brain does not distinguish between reality or imagination. Seeing and imagining is the same thing. Therefore, we can generate the frequency we desire and use it in our favor. Thinking generates images. Images produce emotions. Emotions generates vibration, which attracts people and situations in the same vibrational frequency or propel us to act in the direction or according to that frequency layer. So in summary, we can use the intensity of the vibrational energies plus the speed of our thought to attract what we deeply desire to create in life. See, I just mentioned the negative, the neutral, attracting the positive. Thought, desire, and willpower, which is action, are the seeds of our creation. Every day, we are confronted with these three ways, these three paths. Every second of our life, we're able to choose which vibration we'll tune into. They vibrate like a guitar string. Different people creating different frequencies, like an artist who create amazing work through depression, for instance. But the best place is the middle path, comprehending the entire picture with no judgment, transmuting the negative into positive, transmuting the negative aspects into the positive ones. The whole purpose of life. On the middle path, we are protagonists and achievers. After all, remember this. We are the reflection of our past and a mirror of our future. Reflect upon it and practice every day so you activate your true power.